YouTube, Facebook. I am super excited to be back. It is Thursday, November the 3rd, and we are getting rolling here today. Let me close this. Let me get the comments up so I can see. Get rid of this. Today we're doing some really exciting stuff. I got to get Instagram going because we are going to be announcing some things today. We're announcing the finalists for the UNT Jazz Trombone Competition 2022. I'm going to announce the winner of the under 18 division of the UNT Jazz Trombone Day competition. It's going to be super cool. It's on December 3rd, just a month, exactly 1 month from today. Let me get going live here on Instagram. And of course, we're here for our Q&A, monthly Q&A. Let's get this water bottle set up. All right, we're live now on Instagram as well. Let's get this going. But if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock and you haven't heard or seen that we have a wonderful Jazz Trombone Day here at the University of North Texas. What's up, Spencer? We are going to talk about today, and I'll make a video announcement to post later, but I'm going to just announce those things, these things rather, on the stream this afternoon. The finalists and the winner of the under 18 division of the Jazz Trombone competition. Very cool. We had lots and lots of really great entries. But the first thing I need to do is thank once again the sponsors of this event, which is many great companies. But first of all, I need to thank the University of North Texas and the Jazz division, in particular Rob Parton, our chair, for being a champion of this event, as well as our dean, John Richmond, and everyone else at UNT that's been supportive of this event from the beginning. And I need to give a big shout out to the development team at UNT that really helped bring our sponsor team on board to be able to present a really amazing event this year. And if you didn't see it yet, December 3rd is the Jazz Trombone Day here at UNT in Denton. It's totally free. It's going to be streamed online, so if you want to attend from anywhere in the world, you can. And so part of the whole thing with this event is trying to make it as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. And so that's an important thing to me. While I'm doing all of this stuff, talking about all these people, feel free to drop in your questions and we'll get into the Q&A after these announcements here at the beginning of the stream. But I need to also thank, before we go any further, all of our sponsors. And so our sponsors this year are way more extensive than we have in the past. It's really, really, really awesome. So let me talk about them for a second and gush about them for a second. So thank you for indulging me here, and as you drop in your questions for the Q&A portion of today's live stream. But first and foremost is Yamaha. Yamaha is our presenting sponsor this year. They're helping bring Michael Deese to UNT to play with the UNT YouTubes, give a master class, be part of the competition, all of these great sort of things. So I'm very excited to have Michael coming, and also to have Yamaha be able to be a presenting sponsor this year. It's going to be super great. They're going to bring some horns. They're going to talk during the Jazz Trombone Day. They're going to tell us about selecting horns, and I've got an email that says some more about what they're going to present, but it's going to be super great. And then from there, we also have BAC Musical Instruments, who have been on with us since day one. They were the very first year sponsor, and they're still here with us, and we're very, very thankful for them. They are the first prize sponsor that is going to get the winner of the Jazz Trombone competition a new BAC instrument. So that's going to be super great. I'm really thankful that Mike Corrigan from BAC is going to be involved. He's going to be down here. He's going to talk during our Jazz Trombone Day, show us a little bit about his horns and a lot of other things. So that's going to be super exciting as well. And then from there, our second prize sponsor is Butler Trombones. Dave Butler is a proud alum of UNT, and we're super glad to have him involved with the Jazz Trombone Day. He makes great carbon fiber trombones, and this is the second year he's been a sponsor of the competition. He's the second prize sponsor. He's going to be making a custom outer slide for the winner, the second place person in the Jazz Trombone competition. Super thankful to have Dave Butler on board this year. And then our third prize sponsor is Marcinkiewicz Mouthpieces, and Marcinkiewicz is the mouthpiece that I play, and I'm super glad to have them on board. They're going to be giving the third prize winner a new mouthpiece, and so that's going to be really, really great. They're going to get to choose from an array of mouthpieces that they have. I play the 6ES, so you should probably pick that one. I'm kidding. You should pick whatever is going to work for you and your setup the best. But so our third prize sponsor is Marcinkiewicz Mouthpieces. And then also this year we have a new sponsor, very exciting, which is Hirschman Mutes. Ed Hirschman makes these great blue plunger mutes. I'm going to be making the blue plunger debut in my recital at 5 p.m. Central on December 3rd. So things got moved around just a little bit in terms of the schedule, but the schedule will be posted on our website very soon. You can just Google UNT Jazz Trombone Day and you'll find it. The address is kind of long. It's also on my website, the information, and I'll keep it updated on my website as well, which is you can find it by nickfringemusic.com, then going to UNT, or you can find it by Jazz Trombone, so JAZZTROMB.ONE, Jazz Trombone. I always thought it was clever. It's not really that searchable, but that's all right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so thank you to our sponsors. It's December 3rd. I'm really grateful to all of our sponsors for being involved. I'm grateful to UNT. I'm grateful to all of you. We had amazing, amazing entries. We had entries from all around the world. We had Europe. We had Australia. We had Japan. We had, did we have South America? Yeah, we had South America. It really is truly an international competition. And we have 2 of the 4 names that I'm going to announce are people that are not from the United States, which is really amazing. We really want to be able to make this an international event. So let me move this closer. Someone said they can't hear me. Maybe it's just my crappy iPhone that needs to be replaced. That's one definite possibility. Let me try this. So, all right, without further ado, I'm going to announce first what's up, Alec? Thanks for dropping through. I'm going to announce the winner of our 18 and under division. If you did not know, which we're trying to do a better job of publicizing, that our 30 and under competition also has an 18 and under division to it, and that is because we want to highlight developing artists on the instrument. And so that means maybe you're done with school, and also maybe you haven't even gone to music school yet, you haven't started that journey. And so we want to recognize people along their journeys and give them an opportunity, either early on in their career or early on in their career post-school. This event is all about championing jazz trombone and really great artistry. So our winner for the 18 and under division, he's actually from Australia. His name is Reese Moore. So congratulations, Reese Moore. I sent you an email. Hopefully you got it already. There will be more information coming soon. But Reese Moore is the winner of the 18 and under division. I think he's from Newton High School, I think, something like that. I'm trying to remember. I saw the information, and now it's just leaving my brain. So congratulations. There'll be more information on the Jazz Trombone website. There'll be more information on my Instagram and all of that sort of stuff. So you'll be able to find more about him, and he's going to be featured on the Jazz Trombone Day. So on December 3rd, Saturday, we're going to be able to share a video from him that will show us his artistry. And this young man is a really, really fantastic musician. And it's really great. Oh, the last thing I didn't do is I did not get a chance to thank our judges. I'm going to let them remain anonymous, but as they watch this, I want them to know that their artistry, their time, their musicianship is extremely valued, and I want to thank them again for putting in the time and effort to doing the adjudication process for these entries. And now the moment that all the trombone players maybe out there that are watching or will watch this later are waiting to find out who are the finalists for the UNT Jazz Trombone Competition, International Jazz Trombone Competition 2022. And I'm going to try to go in alphabetical order here by last name. Alphabetical order by last name. Coming to us, I don't think he's originally from New York, but he's up in the New York area now, going to the Manhattan School of Music, I believe, and his name is Evan Amoroso. So congratulations to Evan. Evan will be joining us. He already confirmed that he'll be joining us on December 3rd. Our next finalist in alphabetical order is from France, Paris, France. Maybe, I forget if he's not from Paris, but he's from France for sure. And I got a chance to first hear him last summer at the ITF, and I'm really glad that he decided to send in a tape, and I'm really excited that he's going to be here. We had a winner, Paco Andreo, a couple years ago, who was also a European artist, and so we're excited to have another European artist coming to us, coming to UNT to check out what we have to offer on the UNT Jazz Trombone Day, and that's Balthasar Bodin. And so we're very excited to have him coming to campus. Our first international guest. The year that Paco won was all virtual, so we didn't get to invite our finalists to campus that year. But and then, so that's our first two, and the third finalist for this year is, going alphabetical order. Also coming to us, a graduate of the Manhattan School of Music. His name is Jack Kotz, and Jack is a great young player, and we're very excited to have him coming to campus. He also confirmed that he's coming, so those are our three finalists for the UNT Jazz Trombone Day 2022. Again, it's December 3rd. It is totally free to attend. Please come. There's links to RSVP. This just gets us a good amount of information in terms of the swag that we want to have on hand and all of this kind of stuff. So we want to know how many people are coming to campus, and then it'll be live streamed, which is going to be very exciting, and all those links will be available both on my website and the jazz.unt.edu site, where we also house all the information about the jazz trombone. So congratulations, Reese, on being the winner of the 18 and under division of the UNT Jazz Trombone Competition, International Jazz Trombone Competition, and also congratulations to our three finalists, Evan, Balthasar, and Jack, who will be coming to campus coming up in December, in just 1 month. So Michael Leese will be here. It's free to attend. I hope you can come. I know that was a long commercial for our UNT Jazz Trombone Day. We're going to kind of switch gears here and go into our usual Q&A session for today, which is Thursday, November 3rd. Just need a little water there. But congratulations to all four of those fine young musicians. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better. And I see a couple questions coming in, but feel free to submit those if you're here on Instagram, if you're here on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, wherever you're at. Feel free to drop in questions. I do see them. Alec, thanks for dropping by. Stavosky, thanks for dropping by. Brian has a question. All right, when did you start learning the tunes you wanted to learn versus the tunes that you thought might be called at jams? That's a good question. When did I start learning the tunes that I wanted to learn? Well, probably around my junior year of college, and realizing that, there's two different competing areas of attention, right? There's the what am I supposed to do? What should I learn because I want to be able to participate in these jam sessions and all that sort of thing, and then what I want to do. And sometimes they're aligned and sometimes they're not aligned. So you want to make sure that you are putting some attention into both buckets, at least in my opinion. I think that you should kind of sprinkle it in. So for example, in our studio here at UNT, what I do is that we have a kind of 5 tunes per semester that I pick and 5 tunes that the students pick. And so that allows them agency to pick. Maybe it's tunes that they want to learn or that they think they want to know for jam sessions, but it's also like I'm going to pick tunes that I think are worth knowing for both the educational properties of the tune, like what skills they might develop, but also what might be on the live stream, right? So I think that's a good place to start for sure. So that's my answer. So probably around there. When I was at Juilliard, though, there was a lot more emphasis on thinking about making sure that you were looking ahead to after school and looking ahead to thinking about, who do you want to play with and the tunes that you should learn in order to play with that person. So meaning like if you are wanting to play with a certain artist, you got to learn their music, right? So you got to kind of balance these type of things out. You have to make sure that you're working on both the things that you want to learn and work on, and also check out the things that you're supposed to know. So, Real Alec, how's Denton these days? Denton is fine. UNT, everything is cool. Totally cool. Thanks for asking. It's been busy. It's very busy. We have the Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra with Wynton Marsalis is coming to campus tomorrow for a concert, some master classes for our students and things. So there's a lot going on. Just a lot going on. Busy, busy time of year. We had our 75th anniversary celebration last month for the UNT Jazz Division. 75 years of the jazz degree at UNT, and we had it. So it's been a busy, busy semester. But now all sights for me are set on Jazz Trombone Day, December 3rd. We've got about a month to help get the word out, get people to come to campus, to come celebrate these great young artists, as well as the jazz trombone. So it'll be a lot of fun. All right, Instagram seems like it's potentially not working super well, because usually there's lots of questions coming in from Instagram, and I see nobody on Instagram today. So something's up with the Instagram live stream today, unfortunately. But hello, let's see, Red Trombone, thanks for joining. Toxern, thanks for joining. Hope you're all doing super well. What's up, John? Here's a good question. What can you do to get your sound to cut but still keep a dark sound at the same time? This is a good question, and I think it's the answer that I'll give you is, I don't know, maybe multifaceted in that I think that you're talking about two different things to me. Like, the core of your sound can be dark while also having the ability to cut. So to me, that's talking about two different things. There's the core of your sound. I think about sound in terms of like different size balls. So like your sound might be like, like baseball size or basketball size or beach ball size, right? So it could be different, and they're all different materials. And so I think about like the hardness of the different, I don't know. It's just an analogy that works for me. But the core of your sound can be very dark, while at the edges it could be very breathy, right? It could be soft. It could be harsh. It could be hard. And then it could also have like this shimmer to it. So that's how I think about cutting. And that cutting also can kind of like come from the articulation. It can come from volume, and it can come from getting your horn to really resonate in a specific way. So for me, I play on slightly larger than average equipment, not super large, a 525 bore instrument. And I think it's possible to have both, right? It can be dark and brilliant and cut at the same time. And so I think you have to have that sound concept in mind, And when I say like sound concept, I'm talking about like what you want to sound like, what are the qualities you want it to sound like, and how do you actualize that sound quality in real life, So I think it's really important to be able to do that. I think it's really important to be able to conceptualize what that is. You have to know what you're aiming for before you get there. So I think about, both of those things, like the core being dark and then the outside of the sound, or the top part of the sound, being brilliant and bright. So, all right. Go Nick, UNT, Jazz Trombone Day, and Trombone People. Yes. Thanks. Anyway, John, I hope that was a useful answer to your question. Let me know if that doesn't help you. Alec, any advice for getting connected to a jazz community after moving to a new city? Yeah, for sure. When you get to a new place, you got to just be where the music is. So if that's hanging out at sessions, if that's hanging out, playing sessions, telling people you're around, not being overly pushy, but just kind of going and networking, getting coffee with people, telling people you want to play with them, learning their music, being a resource. Like, nothing's more flattering, than somebody that comes up to people, man, I know all your tunes. And you're like, wait, what? Why do you know all my tunes? Like, I love your music, blah, blah, blah. And you can kind of really get a long way right off the bat with someone if you can put in the time ahead of time to know their music. So people need subs all the time, especially for gigs that require specific knowledge, a specific type of playing or specific tunes. And if you've done the legwork already, it's way easy to hire you. So just be around, be where the music is. Don't, just be cool. Don't be like overly pushy about anything. Just be like, oh, I'm here. I'm really excited. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I'm hoping to play with these people or play these type of gigs. All that stuff. So I hope that helps, Alec. So I have any friends in LA that need a piano player? I don't know. I have friends in LA. I don't know if they need any piano players. There's lots of great piano players out there. You know who I met when I first started touring? You should look up John Beasley. John Beasley is really, really, really fantastic. He played with one of my other teachers, Carl Allen, with Freddie Hubbard in Freddie Hubbard's band, and so he was always a very positive resource for me the first couple times I went and played in LA. He was very kind and very warm and welcoming and would play my gigs, and it was super cool. So I would look him up. He's great. Okay, Jared has a question. When do you see most players starting to record albums during graduate school? ? Are people finding more benefits from platforms like YouTube and uploading one-off songs versus albums? This is kind of a multifaceted question with a couple different parts of an answer. So the first one having to do with the timing of when you might want to release a project or when you would do a project. Excuse me. And then a separate question about, are people benefiting more from uploading like on social or YouTube, or focusing on songs versus albums? So it's kind of like three different questions really in that question. So I think that people generally are recording albums like when they feel that they have something to say. So for a lot of people, it's probably around the time of their senior year of college, or when they finish, or when they're in grad school, or when they finish grad school. I don't necessarily know that there is one correct answer to all of that. There's no correct, but I don't know. But that's generally when people start to think about it, because they feel like, when you're in, I view it this way. When you're in undergrad, your job as an undergrad is to absorb as much information as you can. What was I saying? Sorry, somebody sent me a text, and it took me totally off of my train of thought there. Oh yeah, so as an undergrad, you want to be focusing on building up your technique, building up your foundation, right? So you're developing a strong sense of the language, a strong sense of your instrument, a strong sense of how to execute things, how to navigate different gigs, how to function in the real world, all this kind of stuff. So I think as an undergrad, that's your focus. And then from there, I think it's important as in grad school to start thinking about your artistry. Who am I? What do I represent? What ideas do I want to pursue? What do I want to share with the world? This kind of thing. Is it really that cut and dry that you can only do one or the other at a time? Absolutely not. But if you've never gotten that far, because I feel like you have to get a certain depth into your musicianship before you start to focus on what am I trying to say? Like if you can't play all the things you are, or if you can't play Cherokee in 12 keys, there's no sense in trying to go figure out your language, your sound and your vision and all this kind of stuff. You got to have some basic foundational skills together on your instrument and within music, and knowing how harmony works, all that stuff. So people tend to feel more like they're comfortable in that arena by the time they get to grad school. Now he's asking something about YouTube or social versus an album. It's just totally different audiences, different purposes, different strengths and weaknesses to each one. The answer is to do all of them. One thing that I don't think I can convince anyone of and even myself, I have a hard time convincing myself of it. But as a label owner and music marketer and all of these things that I do, it's extremely obvious to me that it's all about the song, right? And in jazz, it's not about the song. It's about the process. It's about what comes from the song, and it's about the development of the ideas over the song over time, and how every performance of that song is different. But in every other genre, it's all about the song and all about, the song, the song, the song, the song, the song. A single has more life, However, when you start to try to build a presence using all the tools available to you, where there is attention and where there are people to check you out, whether that's on Instagram, or it's on TikTok, or it's on YouTube, or it's on Facebook, or Twitch, or wherever it is that you want to be. Hey Jackson, hey Sean. Wherever it is that you want to be, you need to use each platform to its advantage. Uploading a 90-minute album to a YouTube video is not a good idea, right? So to me, the answer is doing all of them. If you can focus on doing singles to establish yourself out there, that's very helpful. But then also, if you want to be relevant to the jazz press, like, they don't care about singles, they want albums. So in our case, in our industry, we're like in a weird time, and because the artistry, the technology wants to support the song and the single, and the industry wants to support the album and the album cycle and all of these kind of things. And jazz musicians, we think in album cycles. So I guess the answer is all of the above, I think, Jared. It's easier to put together a session and kind of make some videos than it is to do a full album cycle and hire promotion and all these kind of things. So, it can be expensive. So, all right. Answer a couple more questions here. And it's a busy day, so I'm gonna hop off pretty soon here. Thoughts on Ornette Coleman? He is a once-in-a-lifetime artist. He writes extremely great melodies, and he has a freedom that I wish I had. A harmonic freedom and a sense of playfulness. I think that I understand that he's not for everyone, and some people don't like that. They want a more structured approach, or harmonically structured at least. I mean, when he plays, it sounds to me like just regular bebop, except it's a little more harmonically free. The language is coming out of the same place, really. It's going in a different direction, but it's coming up from the same foundations, So, all right. It seems like something is happening here on Instagram with the volume. People are logging off. So there's not too many questions, but I'm really glad to connect with all of you today. Congratulations again to our finalists and to our winner of the 18 and under. If you're just joining us and you didn't get to hear at the beginning, I will announce once more time. Two things. One is thanking all of our sponsors for being involved with the UNT Jazz Trombone Day 2022, and that is Yamaha, BAC Musical Instruments, Butler Trombones, Marcinkiewicz Mouthpieces, and Hirschman Mutes. We're really glad to have a full plate of sponsors. It's really awesome. We're able to do so many more things with our Trombone Day because of them, and we are so thankful for you. And I'm going to announce those winners one more time, the finalists and the winner one more time. So the 18 and under, we had Reese Moore is the winner of the 18 and under competition for our International Jazz Trombone competition. And our three finalists in alphabetical order are Evan Amoroso, Balthazar Baudin, and Jack Kotz. And it's going to be a really fun day, December 3rd, streamed and in person, so please make plans to be here. John, I see your question here. This is not one that I can probably answer in this moment. It's a long question he asked about developing lines. The short answer is transcribing lines and taking them through the keys, and then kind of implementing a strategy where you improvise into and out of the lines, meaning if you if you learn a 2/5 line and put it in bar 9 and 10 of the blues, you improvise to the line, play it in bar 9 and 10, and then you improvise out of the line. Yes, I will say hello to Prof. Meter. He's in Egypt though, but he'll be back soon. Thanks everyone for tuning in. More soon about Jazz Trombone Day. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and we'll catch you real soon.